right, so to block your project, you're gonna need either a foam board or an old towel or something where you can stick pins into it. So I've got my 2 blocks, and then basically you just are going to pin your project so that it is square. So this foam board is nice because it has these grid lines, which are really helpful. You don't need them, but it does come in handy. If you don't have that, you can just use a ruler or just eyeball it, up to you really. But I just pin down one side and you do it all around. And then basically after that, you need some form of water and or heat to set the shape in place. I'll be using a steamer because that is a really quick and easy way to block your piece. And I will show that in a second. You don't need a steamer. You could use a spray bottle, or a lot of people like to fully soak their piece and then they'll wring out the excess water. Then they'll put their piece on the foam board and pin it down and then just wait for it to dry. But yeah, the technique I use does not require to fully soak your piece in water basically. But yeah, so there's one side, and then I'm gonna start going along the other side and I'm going to speed this process up. All right, and now everything's blocked, and I am just going to get my steamer. All right, and here's the steamer in action, and I literally just apply the steam on top of the project, and I don't know, I probably do this for a couple minutes, make sure it's a little damp and it's got enough heat, and then I try to make sure I hit the edges, and then once I feel satisfied with how much steam I've applied, I'll just let it sit for, I don't know, I mean the more the better, but 30 minutes to a few hours depending on the time you have. And yeah, that's really it. If you want to use a spray bottle, you can, do the exact same thing and then just spray it with water and then wait for it to dry. Or you can do the method that I said before where you submerge it fully with water, and then with a towel you kind of blot out the excess water so it's not soaking wet, just a little damp, and then you pin it. If you use that method, I would probably pin it on a towel actually, and then yeah, just wait for it to dry. And for every method really, the water combined with the heat or just the water and then the pins will loosen the fibers and then kind of set them in the shape that you want. And yeah, it makes your projects look so much neater and more clean and professional. And yeah, it's definitely a very important step. You don't have to do it, but I think it makes such a difference. All right, so I'm done steaming and I'm gonna let this sit for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then yeah, just make sure before you take the pins out everything's all dried. And then yeah, we're all done with this blocking tutorial. And the next video I'll show you how to attach dowels to your project if you want to hang up your project on the wall. All right, I hope this was helpful and I'll see you on the next video.